powerful woman that loving women to overcome painful relationships, whether it's a painful relationship cycles with the romantic cycles, whether it's a long-term one big painful relationship, because as you all know, how that pain actually affects your stress, your mental health, your career, your work, everything else. And also I've been helping women to create satisfying, loving, deeply committed, healthy, passionate relationships, and how to bring that, and really teaching people, men and women, relationship skills. We know we've all learned a lot about our professional skills. It is a skill to know how to talk to in your workplace, to your boss, to your colleague, to your client. There is a skill to talk to each other in a way that we are all feel honored and respected. And that's been my passion. Today I want to talk about one of the most, or if not the most key ingredient we need to learn. This one of the skill we need to learn to have passionate, intimate, deeply satisfying, healthy relationships, and to be able to let go of those painful relationships. And that skill is feelings, owning your feelings, owning feelings. So first of all, I was talking to my client yesterday, and I sometimes I forget, but this is where I came from too. I did not want to be vulnerable, and I know a lot of women are afraid of vulnerability, and I've been afraid of vulnerability because the feelings sometimes feels really scary. Now, we all have feelings. We all have feelings. We all have feelings. We cannot change the feelings. We only can process them and move through them. Okay? And every single human being has a feelings. Every single human being have so-called positive feelings and so-called negative feelings. Of course, there are no negative and positive, it's so-called. I call those feelings the fear-based feelings, which doesn't feel good, no one wants to feel them. And there are good feeling, the good positive feelings, love-based feelings, which everyone wants to feel, but so few really feel like achieve that or get there. So first of all, and this is what I'm getting all the time with the work I do on relationships. Relationships is a feeling base. You can't make it happen. You can do more than you feel. Like, it is feeling base. If it feels good, you know it. If it feels bad, you know it. And most of the people focuses on doing an action. Now, between action and between the impulse of between feeling the impulse and doing an action, there is a whole feeling involved. And a lot of time when I work with women, especially when if you are one of a woman or man too, if you're one of the women who have obsessive thinking and you know you want to stop it but you cannot, right? So anyone who have any compulsive behaviors, whether it is exercising compulsively, whether it is shopping, whether it's drinking, whether it is whatever you do, compulsive cleaning, I mean there's a lot of compulsive cleaners, whatever you do compulsively, you notice that you can't stop doing. So, but you don't really notice the space between the impulse and the feeling. So what I'm doing a lot with my clients, I'm stretching the space. And what we do is just pause, and stretching the space to be able to feel the feeling. Because the natural feeling takes really 90 seconds. It's not a big deal. Even when it feels painful, whether it is a shame or rejection, or those are such a guilt, those are such a whether it's fear, those are such uncomfortable feelings. We don't want to feel them. But feeling those feelings, it's like a medicine. It doesn't feel good when we take it, but it feels good when the medicine works and it's released. So when the pain is released. So the only way the only way we can do with feelings is, one, to accept the feelings, and two, feel the feelings and let them move through you. I know it's easy to say, I know it's not easy to do. Now, because I remember a few years ago, I did coaching group. We had a coaching group during the Valentine's Day. It was a Valentine's Day, I don't know how many years ago. If you want to check in calendar, whatever was that time, 14th of February, that time. I think that time my group was on Wednesday, possibly. I'm not sure. I think on Wednesday. So I remember we did the coaching. I did the coaching on Valentine's Day, and that time I have new women in my group. So some of the women were just at the beginning on the dating journey, and I remember one time one woman really came back from the date completely devastated when we did the process of stretching the time and space so the feeling can be fully emerged and fully felt. What came out, she felt rejection, and I did the whole process of feeling rejection for the whole group, and it was so healing for everyone. First of all, we are not allowed to feel rejection. We are not allowed to feel all of those feelings. We have more shame of feeling those feelings than even just the feeling. And once we have permission, and I'm giving you whole permission for all of your feelings, you're having a whole permission for all your feelings. You have a right to all your feelings. Once you feel the feeling, once the whole group felt rejection, I think in 2 weeks, like 3 of them got into relationship, because that feeling was there, unexpressed. And as a humans, we will all feel all the feelings. We cannot get enough money to stop feeling feelings. We cannot get more apps to stop feel the feelings. We cannot get more dates to stop feel the feelings. We cannot do more whatever we are doing to stop feel the feelings. Everyone has feelings. Different people express differently. There's different styles of emotional language. But everyone has feelings, and also with feelings we cannot negotiate. This is what most people do. Most people try to negotiate. So we've learned now, right, that fear-based feelings are not okay. We have to be positive, and a lot of people go into positive toxic positivity, bypassing all of the uncomfortable feelings. However, bypassing the uncomfortable feelings will not solve the problem. Just putting the feelings under the carpet will not solve the problem. Throwing your feelings on other people because you don't want to feel those feelings will not solve the problem. This is what happens a lot with anger or rage. A process of safe anger for women. Women are not allowed to feel anger. I mean, everyone is afraid. Also, women are afraid when men are getting angry. The fact that if people feel anger doesn't mean they can throw the anger on anyone, which most people do, because most people don't know how to handle anger. I call it sometimes there's how to call it, like hot potato. I think it's called the game hot potato. In my country we call it like a hot ball, but there is also a game hot potato where everyone is throwing the potato to each other, right? Few people are standing and throwing the hot potato, And because the hot potato is hot and it's painful in your hands, you want to throw it quicker to someone else. So this is what's happening a lot with the feelings. When feelings are uncomfortable, what most people do, they will throw the feelings to someone else, whoever is open to receive. Whoever is open or doesn't have a barriers, or usually it's the close person, intimate close person. And in the past, you probably could notice that when the man would go to work and get stressed out, he would release that stress on the woman, on the wife. Then one wife would receive that stress, and she would release that stress on children. And then from the oldest child to youngest child to younger child, probably the end on the dog. So no one wants to feel the feelings, and everyone is throwing the hot potato. And this is where the whole conflict starts in relationship, where I have a feeling, I don't want to feel, you're open and intimate. Get my feeling out of me now. And when the other person receive, they will hold for a second, for some time. Maybe they will hold, maybe they will do that for some period of the time, but they need to give it back too. Okay? And this is how all of the conflicts and difficult dynamics works, where people are throwing feelings at each other, uncomfortable feelings. So here's the solution for that. Instead of throwing the feelings, because it will always come back anyway. So sooner or later, someone has to stop. Someone has to stop. Someone has to stop. Someone has to stop. And in relationship, there is a whole system. There is always two people in relationship. There's no one person at fault. There's always two people playing that game of throwing the potato. So someone has to stop throwing the potato. Someone has to stop. My guess is that if you are watching this video, it is you. So once you get the hot potato, don't throw the potato back, but process the feelings. Feel the feelings. Feel what you will not die from feeling the feelings. Nothing will happen from feeling the feelings. And this is how you can release not only you can release traumas and PTSD much quicker when you just stop, just pause and feel the feeling. Sometimes when I pray, the one thing I get most of the time, the one message that I get from my meditation most of the time is to sit still. When you have feelings, when there is a chaos, a lot of things going on, the message I get most of the time is sit still. Sitting still doesn't mean blocking, stopping, closing the feeling. Sitting still means not doing, stop doing, and allow yourself feeling, Again, you will not die from feeling the feeling. 2, you cannot control your feelings. So just give it up. Just give it up and just feel your feelings. 3, create a safe space for you when you need to feel the feelings. So you don't want someone to stop you in the middle of the process. You want to just allow yourself to feel it. No one will give you permission. I'm giving you permission. So the first most important key to fulfilling life, not only relationship but fulfilling life, is to feeling your feelings and owning your feelings. I often talk about owning your sexuality. I often talk about owning your vulnerability. I talk about owning your body, owning yourself, owning your power. And that really comes from your feelings. This is how you will get yourself, you will know, this is how you will get to know yourself, by owning and feeling your feelings. Okay, great. I hope that this was helpful for you today. If you want to find out more, I have a few more videos posted on YouTube, and do check. Do you want to work with me? If you want to find out more, or if you want to have a conversation. I've never had the chance to talk about your feelings and you want to have that conversation, we'll post links somewhere below and let's have a chat, because your feelings matter. You have a right to your feelings, and that's the access to your whole fulfillment in life, especially when you achieved already and you have all of the doing handled and you know how to do, you know how to organize, you know how to you've got what you wanted, but you're not happy with what you got, then the key is really a feelings. So again, really good talking to you today. Hope that video gave you that permission to have you. I think my main message from the video is you have a feelings. If you are a woman, you have a feelings. If you are clocking them down, or if you are going all over the place and you feel all overwhelmed, you have a feelings. And the skill in relationship is to own your feelings and be able to share them with love. From love and with love, not from fear. So really processing from fear into love. I do hear our videos about it, so I will, if you have any questions, do post in the comments. We'll answer those questions and